Hey everybody, welcome back to Venture Outdoors with Kurt. Today we have a quick recipe. I'm making pheasant soup, and you can do this recipe with wild turkey or chicken or whatever. It's just your basic soup, but this is my version of it. So hope you enjoy it, hope you use it. So if you like this video, hit that subscribe, hit that thumbs up, hit that bell notification, and we'll catch you in the next video. God bless, take care. Hey everybody, the original audio on this was crackly when I filmed it for some reason, so I will just update you on the steps that I did for this recipe as the video goes along. So when I make this soup, I usually just use the legs from the pheasant or a grouse or whatever you have. Could be, I've done this with goose legs too, but I'm just adding in some bay leaves here. And normally I would save up 8, 10, 12 legs, whatever, to fill this up, but I only had 4 from the 2 pheasant that I got, so I had some breast meat that was in this package, and I'm going to be using that also, but I'm not going to be putting that in a crock pot because I don't want it to dry out. So I just added some salt, and I'll add some peppercorns, and that's pretty much it on this. And I'll just let this simmer overnight on low in the crock pot. So this is the next morning, and the pheasant just falls off the bone, which is really nice. So I've got a nice base for my soup right here with the liquid, and then I'm just going to shred that meat and put that in the fridge for now. Get it all off the bones. There's some really fine fibers in those legs, so I just want to make sure I don't get any of that in the soup. So this is the liquid from the crock pot. I've strained it and put it in a soup pot, and here I've added an onion. Now I'm going to finish off the base of my soup, and I'll be adding additional water to this to bring it up about 3/4 of that pot, and then just adding some bouillon to it to adjust the flavor so it's not so diluted. So even though I have an onion in here, I'm going to add a leek too, and I'm just breaking it up a little bit. You don't need to because I'm still working on the base of the soup. And this is just the top half of the leek. I'm saving the bottom half. I'll chop that up later in the recipe and use that in the soup too. This is really just the base of most soups. I've rinsed off a celery stalk and cut off the butt of it, rinsed it up and threw it in. Then I'm just going to add some salt. Since I added salt to it before with peppercorns, I'm just adding a little bit of salt to this. And then I'm going to add some crushed red pepper flakes to give it a little spice to the broth. And that's about it. I'm going to add some more water, cover it up, and let it come to a boil. Probably let it boil on high for around an hour, get a nice paste going. So these are the pheasant breasts I was telling you about. Like I said, normally I do this recipe with just the legs, and I save the breast for different recipes. So I decided to marinate these in something, and I'm using apple juice. I thought about lemon juice, but that would just be too strong. Then throw it in the fridge for a couple hours. I'm only doing this so it holds moisture when I go to fry these a little bit. And I'm only just lightly frying them, barely cooked through because it'll finish off in the soup. So after I've gotten my broth to a good base, I've strained it, put it in another pot, and then I've added my vegetables. I've added the leek, celery, red onion, and then carrots. So since I've added more water to this, I'm just going to add some bouillon, about a spoonful, just to get started, and then just adjust to taste. And you can add as many vegetables as you want. This is about a cup to 2 cups of each. So now I'm just adding the rest of my spices. I have added a little bit of white pepper. Then I add some dried thyme, and you can use fresh, spices if you want. And then I throw in some ground sage. And I don't measure anything, I just do it to taste. After making this soup so many times, I've kind of got it down, I guess. And then the same thing here. You can use fresh parsley, but I had some parsley flakes, so I just use those. And feel free to add anything else to this that you guys might like, but then I just cover it up and let it simmer. So now that the vegetables have cooked down and they're getting soft, and now I just want to add the meat, and this is the meat from the legs that I've shredded up, and I'm going to add that, and then I'll add the breast meat that I've cut up and kind of shredded too. And since the vegetables are pretty well cooked at this point, I'm just going to add this meat and let it go for another half hour or so. Kind of let that flavor soak in. All right, we're almost there. At this point, the soup's almost done. The house is smelling really good. And I have one more thing that I wanted to add to this. I'll add a cup of rice to start, and you could add more if you want. And then sometimes I've even used noodles, but in this case I'm just going to use rice. And then just let it simmer for another half hour or so, and it should be done. There it is, everybody. Finished product. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, hit that bell notification, and we'll have some more recipes for you in the future. God bless. Take care.